Hi, welcome to Everyday Living with Penny. My name's Penny Malone and I'm your host today. And this is Lisa Mann, one of my really good friends, and I also work with her. She is helping me with Christmas today. We've got a few things to do, so we're kind of going to be moving around a little bit. But first of all, I want to show you how to make some really cute wrapping paper bows. So it'll look like this. I just wrapped up a box and then stuck that on top. LaCosta Fields, she was on a previous episode with me. She is the one that showed me how to do this. And I thought she was crazy at first when she said, oh yeah, we can make a bow out of wrapping paper. And I was like, you're crazy. But it really works. So now, I'm gonna show you how to do it. First of all, you decide what size bow you wanna make. That size of bow, I use my Pyrex lid. We'll make, so say that's about what, 5 inches in diameter. What you do is you just, whatever wrapping paper you want to do, you can do alternate, you can do, say do this kind of paper, but maybe turn it inside out and let this side show, that way there's a contrast. Or you can do a totally different kind of paper. Just use your imagination, do whatever you want to. So you take this lid, or whatever you're using, take your pen, you trace it out, and then you just cut out the circle. Okay, so I had Lisa cut these out for me. That took 4 of these circles. So I'm going to get you to make the bow the same time I do, okay? All right. So I'm going to move this out of the way.
So as long as you cut your 4 circles out of the same size of lid, you can make any size bow that you want.
Well, that lid makes that size bow. So the bigger the lid, the bigger your bow is going to be.
Okay.
And the more circles you're going to have.
Okay.
Yeah, is that what you were asking?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I understand now what you're saying. Yeah. But yeah, the bigger your lid, the bigger your bow, and the more you're going to have to make it full.
Okay.
So I will show you how to do it first. Okay, we're going to do it 2 different ways here. You can make the little small pieces like that, or you can do it wider to make these a little bigger. So you just, I take all 4 of mine together, hold them together, and I just cut down and leave probably a little bigger than 1/4 in the middle. So I'm going to make these pretty wide, not as small as those. But you can do whatever you want to. I mean, all you can do is mess up, and then you just start all over. You're not going to really be out anything, so. And I never cut them even. That's just how I am. It's never perfect.
So you cut it like a pie.
Right.
In just so many pieces.
Right, like this. Okay, so now if you want to put yours a little closer together.
Okay. Just trying to cut towards the middle.
But make sure you leave enough, because when you put them, when you stack them, we're going to tape them.
I see.
In the middle. You got to have enough for it to catch on.
So am I going okay with it? Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So now what I like to do is tear me off a couple little pieces about yay big. Okay.
My yay big's a little bigger than yours.
It's a little big, but that'll work.
Okay.
Okay, so you take just pick up one of your pieces and fold it like so. You can leave the hole a little bigger, or you can actually close it off.
It makes a little point.
Yeah, you just make a point and just whatever you want to do. and then tape it. And you just go around.
Pretty simple.
Very simple. So I don't think Cassie's crazy anymore. Makes sense. And if you're working with 2 pieces or 2 tape dispensers, or if you're working by yourself, this is what I figured out last night. Hold it on your thumb, and it goes just a little bit quicker.
They have those neat little dispensers that you can put on your wrist too.
Yeah, that would work too.
You should have got me one of those.
I should have. And I think LaCosta told me that she would wrap her presents in comic strip paper and then cut these out of that. That would be really cute, especially for kids.
That's cute and inexpensive. That's really nice.
Yes, because wrapping paper, it can run into some money depending on where you get it at. And if you don't get it after Christmas on sale or anything, it can run into a lot of money. Okay. So yeah, just keep going. Oh, look how pretty and perfect.
I don't know about that, but
So this is what they'll look like.
Starfish.
So as you do them, just start stacking them. Once I get this one done off.
And you just tape them together when you stack them.
Yeah. What I do is I just pull off about a 2-inch piece of tape and I roll it so it's kind of like a double-sided, or if you have the double-sided tape, you can use it too. However you want to do it.
So does the heavier wrapping paper work better for this, or does any of it work okay? I notice this is kind of heavier paper.
Yeah, any really will work, but it's about the same. Yeah, it's not. I don't think there's too much difference. At least I've never noticed
The
too
weight
much difference.
of the paper. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now here I've got about 2 inches of tape. Just roll it up. Okay, so now we're going to stick this tape right here in the center.
Okay.
Okay. Now, take your second piece and you want to off-center it. So you've got the bottom one is in between these spaces right here. And then you just stick it down, push it down. And actually this one, where I've made them bigger, will probably only have to make 30, so. All right, so there's hers. Just gives it a different look to it. Okay, you should be able to do.
It's pretty easy. I like
It's
that.
a little time consuming, but after you do so many, it just starts going by quickly.
Be something easy to do while you sit there and watch a Christmas program or something.
Yeah. It's sticking on me. Okay, again, about 2 inches worth of tape.
This would be a good little project to get the kids involved in.
Mm-hmm. They would really like it.
Even though it's a little time consuming, I think my kids would really like that.
Maybe keep them out of trouble for a little while.
If that's possible. Yeah.
So if I pick this up, it's gonna, here, no.
So yours only took 3.
Mine only took 3 because I used,
And I'm gonna have to go one more round.
right,
Because you made your points just a little bit
just a little
longer.
bigger, yeah. And then, I mean, it's gonna poke up like that kind of
Yeah.
bow, but once you, say this was my package, you just stick that on there, and once you tape it down, then you can move your points around and kind of move it around.
Just arrange them the way you like.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty.
Oops.
Oh.
Yeah, and like I said, you can use any type of paper. This just so happened to be what I had at the house, so.
I've almost got it.
You're doing good.
No wonder I always run out of tape quick.
Your yay big's too
Yeah,
big.
my yay big is just way too big. But it works.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
All right. We'll stick that down in the middle.
Okay. We'll just put this right down in there on it.
Mm-hmm. And then you just move these
Kind of
points
arrange
around.
it.
Uh-huh.
There we
And
go.
like I said, by the time you stuff everything down in there, you'll be able to move those points around and cover up that center.
Right.
So,
That's very pretty.
all right, so there's that. And next, we are going to be doing a full Christmas table scape. And I want to show you how to put together these centerpieces that, and this was just completely off of our imagination. You can do whatever you want to. But if I was doing this, this is what I would do at my house. So we will be back in just a minute, and we will put that centerpiece together for you, okay?
Egan Construction in Gate City is a fully licensed electrical, industrial, commercial, and residential contractor whose services include maintenance on home or corporate offices, custom designed kitchen renovations, demolitions, insurance restorations due to water dryouts, wind damage, or fire, licensed interior designing and architectural drawings, full excavations. They're licensed in Virginia and Tennessee. That's Egan Construction, 345 Water Street in Gate City.
Welcome back. We are going to be making our tablescape for Christmas, and I've got a couple of things going on here. First of all, this is going to be part of our candles and everything. I'm going to be using Epsom salts to pour in here. These are just plain old everyday mason jars. That's a mayonnaise jar, looks like. Whoops. But you can use the blue jars, or you know, the old blue jars, or you can use just your any other jar that you have. Basically, this is super simple. You want to do this?
Sure.
You just pour your Epsom salts about 2 inches or so, and it looks like snow.
That's enough?
One more, about 2 inches deep. That'll be good.
Oh, pardon. I'm not very good at the pouring these. Okay.
Probably should have brought a.
I think there's a clump in there.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Okay.
You have to.
Well, we just have snowballs. So. And I have seen some people do this and put the little mini figurines that you
Oh, that would be
that
cute.
you use and make little scenes in your jars. And this is very inexpensive. and you can put them at different levels. They don't have to match exactly. And then when you're done, as long as you've not lit your candles, or if you have, you can just pick the wax and everything out. Me personally, I would just pour it back in the bag. That's just how I am. So, but when I bought these at Hobby Lobby, these are candles. The lady at the register told me that if I would store my candles upside down, doesn't matter what candles it is, they're supposed to have all of the oils come back into the candle, and it makes the smell a lot more fragrant, more pungent. And then she said, when you get your, before you light it for the first time, I'm gonna have glitter everywhere. Before you light it for the first time, if you will cut your wick down closer to the candle itself, say right there, cut it off about right there, that it's supposed to burn straight across. It may work for some candles and it may not. It just depends, I guess, on the candle, what it's made out of. But I thought that would be really, really good information to pass along. So, anyways, you just stick your candle down in there. You could use any color candle, whatever tablescape colors that you're using. And of course, it goes sideways. Just sit down and kind of push them down in there. That way they won't move very much. Okay, so there are those. Set those out of the way. So we're going to be using these a little later. I'm going to set these to the side. Okay. Now, for our main centerpiece, I have, this is a basket. It is very old. This was my great-grandmother's basket that she used for yarn and her crocheting and everything. So I was really excited when my mom said, "Oh, here, do you want to use this for your show?" Yay! This is my great-grandmother, so anything old or heirloom, I just absolutely love. Now, I bought these separate, of course, and there's 4 of them in here. And what I did, I don't know if you can see or not, but I have 4 of these in the bottom. And this is just to take up space. That way I don't have to fill all of this up with greenery. That's where you run into a lot of your money at, is trying to make all these fillers. And anything that you can do to get away with not using so much greenery and floral and all of that, the better off you are money-wise. So there's 6 of those. And I just spread all of my fir branches out. And you just stick them down in there. They're not even anchored to anything.
Kind of pull them down around the
However
the top
you
of
want
the
to do it.
basket there a little bit.
However you want to do it. Then, to cover the top, I bought this ring. And it was, I think it was $9.99, but it was on sale 40% off.
So that's just a candle ring.
It's just a candle ring. And I just stuck it down in here in the middle and kind of mingled it in with all these branches. And look how full this is.
Looks good.
And I have 5 pieces in it, and instead of filling it up, then you just cover all the holes so you can't see the little styrofoam and stuff in it. So now, to decorate, wait just a second.
So, okay.
Okay, to decorate, I'm going to take these cute little glittery balls. I'm not really for sure what they are. And we will stick them down in here. Let's see. And those I would just, let's see, them say right here, separate them out.
You could probably even go out and pick some branches.
Yes, you
and
could.
just put them down in a basket and maybe use some of your ornaments that you have from home
Right.
already. And
Holly
just put them in a
bushes.
basket.
Yeah, your holly bushes. And then I just picked these up. I thought these were cute, and just for an extra feeler. Just kind of set them down in there.
It'd also be pretty to match this up with your, maybe set this on the hearth and get you some of these and put the same scape on the mantle. Maybe with a few lights and things like that.
Yep. Okay, so we've got that. And then I thought these draping around would be really pretty.
Kind of ties it all together.
You can, and if it doesn't want to cooperate, use these little floral picks. Of course, they tie them all together. Just tie your, you don't even have to do it but one or two rounds, just something enough to hold it in. Just stick it down in that styrofoam.
That way it don't fall out when you move it around.
Right. Probably just about like that. Go. Sorry. And you make them different lengths. Don't have to be matchy-matchy. Probably even go farther up into the centerpiece if you wanted to. Okay. So there's our centerpiece. Now, I kept looking at this and kept thinking about it, and there's just something missing. I think I wanted something to go right here in the front, because I think this looks really bare. So I got to looking at the ribbon that I had, and I think I want to use this ribbon. It's gold and it's sparkly. You can never have too much sparkle. I don't know if I can get this. It's being hateful. Watch me cut the fabric. There we go. So this is 9 foot, and it's got some of the wire in the edges of the ribbon, so it'll make it be easier to make your bow out of. I don't know that there is an exact way how to make these bows. I just know how I can do it. So I can show you how I do it, but you really probably just need to find, I mean, you can do it however you like it, however it turned out the way you want it to. I would do it that way, because there's no right or wrong way to do this stuff. Let me start over here and show you what I'm doing. I made a loop, and then I come out and I bring another loop. You try to make it pretty even. Then you just pinch the centers together and hold it between your finger and thumb. Now, let me tell you, if you make a bunch of these at one time, your fingers are going to be very, very sore and it's going to wear them out for pinching them so much. But you just keep making loops and pinching that ribbon.
And the wired ribbon is much easier to work with.
Yes, because you can form that and it will stay, whereas if you...
Where you put it.
Yeah, because if you used that other ribbon that is just, I think it's like a gross grain ribbon, it just flops. So if I were to make this a big bow, it would keep its shape. So I'm just going to make a very small bow, okay? So I've got to the end here, I twist it a little, and I come back, and I make another loop. This is going to be the center. And I put my finger on that, and it pinches it off. Okay, and then you just cut off a small piece, and then if you want to make an extra tail for your bow, hold it in the middle.
Mm-hmm. And what do you hold it together with? Is it that?
I'm going to use these right here. Yeah, you can use anything really that will hold its shape, like a pipe cleaner or anything like that. Stick that back on that.
You want to stick that?
Yeah.
There.
And so you just take your wire, stick it in between all of this ribbon. And just wrap it around it. And it kind of pulls, and it does get loose, I can tell you that much. It will be loose. Just kind of wrap it around and keep wrapping it until you can let go of it without it moving. And you want to kind of pull it as tight as you can.
And by pulling it, it bunches it up into a bow better, doesn't
Right.
it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. It looks kind of sickly right now, but we can fix it. Make it look more like a bow. And you just stick it right down here in the middle. And where that wire is in there, you can shape it and do whatever you need to. So there is our centerpiece. Now we are going to go to our makeshift table, and we are going to set it with everything. The dishes, the glassware, the napkins, the forks and spoons, everything. So let's head to our table. All right, so we have our make-believe table sitting out here, and it's just a rectangular table. I wanted to do a contrasting tablecloth, so that's why I did the black and white, which I love black and white, red and gold for Christmas. You can do whatever you want to, whatever colors you like.
Right.
Okay, so now we've set our table mats out, or placemats out, and we set our silverware out. General rule of thumb, you start at the outsides and work your way in. So your salad fork and your knife, then your dinner fork and your spoon, your soup spoon, or like us country people,
Yeah.
we just grab whatever. But if you want to know the correct way to do it in etiquette, this is how you do it.
The proper way.
Right, the proper way. I just grab whichever's closest and go to town. So, all right, so now we're going to take our dishes. And these dishes are actually heirloom. They are the first Christmas dishes that my mother bought. And when she got her new china, she gave them to me, so they stay packed up. I'm afraid to use them. There's that. So your dinner plate, then your little salad plate. Your soup bowls. Okay, then we've got our coffee and their saucers. Okay. And if you need to move stuff around, you can do that. Okay, then we've got our water goblets. Okay, now, better like that. Take our napkins. Thank you, Miss LaCosta, for being our helper. The way we're going to do it today is we're just going to take the napkin, pull it in the center, pull it up, and just stick it down in there. Easy peasy. But now there's all kinds of folds that you can do. You can find them online, on YouTube, wherever. You can Google it. Okay, now we're going to start with our centerpieces. And so here are the mason jars that we made. We're going to set these like this.
Just keep in mind we would have a lot more room if we had a realistic table.
Yeah, if this was a full table, there would be a whole lot more room. So what I'm doing is I'm setting these to where it kind of arcs into the centerpiece. That way when your candles are lit, it kind of draws your eye to the middle. And you always want your tallest stuff in the middle. Unless you're going to have a dinner party that you are going to have people all the way around the table, then you don't want it too high because you want people to be able to talk to each other across whoever's sitting in the middle. You're right. So here's your table. Right, now I had some of these beads. This is usually what I use on my Christmas tree. And I thought maybe we could just fold these up a little bit and kind of loop them around the candle and kind of make a little candelabra setting, or you could even go out front with it.
Just a little bit more bling for the table.
Right. Because we can't have too much bling. So here we go. And I hope everybody has enjoyed this show. It's probably a short one, But there's, we didn't do any cooking today. It's all crafts and everything and setting tables. And I want to thank Lisa for being on the show with me. And she's another one that I have been after for years to help me.
Thank you for having me.
You did a great
been
job.
fun.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun. And I want to thank my sponsors, Egan Construction and Just Us Girls. And you can find me on YouTube. Just search for Everyday Living with Penny, or you can find me on Tumblr. And you can find all of this stuff. I'll have pictures and stuff uploaded later. And the recipes or anything else. I may even throw in some extra Christmas recipes that I find. So thank you all and have a wonderful day.